Okay, I want to expand the death penalty. I said before corporal punishment. Same thing. Capital punishment, corporal punishment, severe punishment. Severe punishment. Maybe I'll just... Capital punishment might be a little strong for what I'm about to talk about. I don't know if you need to... I don't know if we need death. But public flogging, some sort of physical punishment, I think is in order.
I'm okay with that on this particular topic.
So we are advocating for corporal here.
Corporal punishment.
That involves physical pain.
I will discuss the possibility of capital punishment, but I'm starting at corporal.
Okay.
Boston.com. Bickering among airline passengers about reclining seats is not a new phenomenon, but the act of diverting flights over it certainly is. Now it's getting kind of old. And while the startling new trend of grounding flights over reclining seats, which began last month, is usually done at the pilot's discretion, the latest instance was reportedly due to a passenger's demand for the plane to land immediately. On Tuesday, a Florida woman was removed from a flight from New York to Palm Beach. Let me just say parenthetically, shocker, New York to Palm Beach. Can you imagine the pain on that plane?
I was going to say, I thought you were going to say shocker that it was a Florida woman demanding that the plane be brought down.
New York to Florida.
Stunner.
On Tuesday, a Florida woman was removed from a flight from New York to West Palm Beach after she flipped out when a seat back was reclined in front of her, reported ABC News. Tuesday's incident follows several other similar instances that each resulted in flights being diverted to nearby airports to resolve escalating situations between warring passengers. Again, over whether the person in front of you has reclined their seat or not. Mazz, can you imagine being on a business trip and flying home for your family?
Yeah.
Flying home to see your family, your kids, your boys, who you haven't seen in 4 or 5 days, and you're dying to get home. And you're flying from San Francisco to Boston, and suddenly the plane has to land in Dayton, Ohio, and delay for 5 hours because some jerk whistle across the aisle wants to recline his seat and the lady behind him doesn't, or vice versa. They have to literally take hours and hours out of your time. You're traveling for an important business meeting. People are relying on you. The company's relying on you. This is your business, your livelihood. And you're flying to Los Angeles, and the plane has to divert to Iowa because some knob, some pain-in-the-ass donkey across the aisle wants to recline his seat, and the person behind him doesn't want him to, and they can't work it out. Those two, both of them, the recliner and the person behind him, it's either capital punishment or corporal punishment.
Corporal.
For now. Can you imagine that? Can you fathom that?
No, listen, people suck, okay? They suck. And I come to this realization astonishingly more and more frequently, and it really bugs the crap out of me. I've had this happen to me on a plane where someone reclined their seat. You have too. Who hasn't? Where someone reclines a seat, and what do? You just sit there and you take it because it's part of the deal, isn't it?
Correct.
Part of the deal.
Yep, and you know what I do? I don't recline my seat. I believe in not reclining, but not to the point where I would ever say anything. Never mind demand that you divert the plane and land in Timbuktu, Jerk Whistle, Tennessee, because I can't get along with the person in front of me. On Comcast Sportsnet now, we're showing what do you call this device, Beetle?
The knee stopper, is that what it is?
No, you just
the knee defender.
Knee defender.
The knee defender. Whereas this thing you put on the tray in front of you, so the person in front of you can't recline.
What a device.
The knee defender.
Isn't that unbelievable that someone invented
Someone
that
came
thing?
up with this idea.
Oh, this makes me...
So you can jam the seat with these little devices that stick on your tray table in front of you, and it prevents the chair in front of you from reclining back.
See,
it's only $21.95, Mazz.
These people, both the person that insists on reclining and the person who would bring the knee defender or cause attention to themselves because they don't like the fact the guy in front of them is reclining. Both of those people. That's why people suck. That's why.
Oh, they blow.
Those are when we cleanse the earth. That's where we have to start with those people. Those people. Capital punishment's a little too strong, I guess.
Corporal's okay.
12 years. I don't think you'll make it. Some sort of painful flogging. Yeah, I mean,
I think they should take those people, fold them up, and shove them in an overhead bin. That's what I think they should do.
Both groups of people. Look, I don't think it's... to me, you shouldn't recline because you're infringing. I feel bad about the person behind me, so I don't do it. Okay? But if you are so clueless and so selfish that you feel you need to do it, okay, then I guess you need to do it. Then the person behind you, you just have to suck it up. You have an a-hole in front of you. But that's life. That's life. You drew the a-hole. So you know what you do? Put your earbuds in, keep your mouth shut, And can we land this plane? We are hurling through space.
It's a bad draw.
In this little tin can, we just want to get home to see our families or do our jobs. You're going to make us land. You're going to make us land where? In some field in Alabama because you don't like the a-hole in front of you who's reclined his seat?
Because you drew the a-hole.
You, tough luck. You drew a bad spot. The person in front of you is selfish and clueless. You're just going to have to deal with it for the next how many hours? Deal with it. How come people can't deal with anything, especially on a plane? People suck, and then they get on a plane, and it's like suckiness on steroids. People get worse. Why is it? Why people, when you get on a plane or get in a security line or get anywhere near an airport or in a plane, you get worse? Why?
Because they're giving up control.
It's just so to me,
It's true.
literally, I don't know what I would do.
They're tense.